Hello and welcome to today's math lesson. So first of all guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera. Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our laps and close our eyes. And when you're ready, guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. Excellent. And next we'll do our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And we can begin by stretching up high to the sky. High as we can. And then back down to touch your toes. Back up high one more time. And this time, can we go tippy toe high? And while we're there, let's have a wave side to side. And then back down to touch your toes again. And then stand up straight. Have a shake. Arms and legs, shake it out. And we put our hands on our hips and let's have a wiggle side to side. Let's loosen up our mid. Stop. Another wiggle side to side. Stop. And now we'll go forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, and stop. Round and round. Give our spines a nice stretch, round and round. And stop. And then we'll go back the other way. Round and round the other way. Excellent, guys. And to finish, we will do 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. So welcome to today's math lesson. But can anybody tell me, guys, what topic did we begin learning about in the previous math lesson? Any ideas? Angles, correct. Well done, Prel. We began learning about angles. So let's write that word on the board first of all. Angles is spelled A-N-G-L-E-S. Angles. And can anybody remember for me what the description of an angle is? What type of geometric term do we need to make angles? What do we need 2 of? Correct. An angle is the point at which two lines meet. So I'll do a demonstration of an angle before I ask some students to join me and do their own. So who can give me an example of a line to draw, guys? What type of line should I draw? Diagonal, okay. So we've got one diagonal line here. Is that an angle yet? No. What do I need? Okay, I need a second line and I can do a vertical. Here we go. Now, have I created an angle? Is there an angle now? Yes, the angle is the point at which the two lines meet. Can anybody remember the name? Vertex. Well done, down. It's the vertex. V-E-R-T-E-X. The point of an angle where the two lines meet is known as the vertex. And what we can do now, we can give our angle a name by labeling the points and the lines. So who can tell me what reference should I give to our vertex? Someone give me a letter or even a number. A. Okay, we'll start with A. So this is point A, the vertex. Now how about our two lines? C and T. Okay, I see where you're going with this. So what we've got is we've got the vertex as point A, and then we've got line AC. And we've then got line AT. Now if we want to name this angle, what can we call the angle? CAT. And what does that spell? Cat. Okay, CAT. Because remember, the vertex point always has to be the middle letter in the name. But we can go the other way. If we go the other way, we don't spell CAT. What do we spell? TAC. Remembering again that the A, the vertex point, is in the middle. So here we have an angle with the vertex and two lines, and we've correctly named it. And what I'm going to do now is invite a few students to come forward and design their own angles and label them however they wish to, so they can demonstrate their understanding. So let's see who can go first. Laka. You can come and join me at the front of class, please. And what I'd like Lakau to do now is demonstrate her understanding by drawing and creating her own angle. So Lakau, two lines, however you wish. Is that an angle? Yes, Lakau has correctly drawn a vertical line and a horizontal line to create an angle. Now, the vertex. We need to point at the vertex. So Lakau, what label will you give your vertex point? What reference? L. Okay, so we've got point L for the vertex. And now Lakau can label here two lines too. Okay. LG, LM. You see, Lakau has drawn the references correctly. So this line here is line LG. And the second line, the horizontal line going across, is line LM. Now, Lakau, can you show how to name your line? Or your angle, sorry. Angle GLM, or if we go the other way, what could we call it? MLG. Perfect. You see, Lakau has correctly remembered that the vertex reference must always be the middle reference in the angle name. But we can go both ways. So all together, guys, we have GLM, or if we go the other way, MLG. And that's how we can create and name angles. Lakau, that was brilliant. High five and a big round of applause for Lakau, please, guys. Now let's move on and ask one more student to do their own angle. before we look at other types of angles. And now it's the turn of Pangpon. So Pangpon, come and join me at the front of class. And you can use this space here. So what's the first thing we need for an angle, guys? How do we create angles? What do we need? Lines. How many? Two. Okay. So Pangpon, can you create your own angle, please? Excellent. Is that an angle? Okay. And next, what we need to do, always start with the vertex point. So start at the point where the two lines meet, the vertex. And then another line here. Excellent. And now Pangpon needs to name his angle. So what will you use for references, Pangpon? How about your vertex? What will your letter be? Okay, up to you. X. And then for your two lines, you need separate letters. X, A, and H. Okay, so we've got vertex point X, and this line here is line XA, and here is line XH. So, Pangpon, can you show me how to name your angle? Brilliant. You see, Pangpon has correctly remembered the vertex point, always the middle letter. Very good. So what we can do, guys, we have angle AXH, you see, going this way, but we can also go the other way, HXA. And that's how we design and name our own angles. Pangpon, that was brilliant. High five and a big round of applause for Pangpon, please, guys. Okay, so now we know how to draw, create, and name our own angles. But did you know that there are different types of angles? 6 different types, in fact. And they're all based upon the size of the angle. So what we're going to do in the next couple of lessons is learn how to name and describe the various types of angles. So what we've got now is a PowerPoint presentation for our students to observe, listen to, and also practice speaking about the different types of angles that they might inquire. So let's all turn to look at the TV screen, please, guys. So now let's take a look at our PowerPoint presentation, Types of Angles, Lesson 1. And here in the picture, you can see examples of different types of angles. We have here obtuse. Yes, obtuse is when the angle is quite large. Acute. Acute is used for smaller angles. And we also have right angles. A right angle is when we have a vertical line that meets a horizontal line. And one angle with 2 straight lines or one continuing straight line is called straight angle. So you can see how the angles are named differently depending on the size of the angle. 2 line segments or rays with a common end point form an angle. Yes. Whenever 2 lines meet, this point here is the angle. And as we've learnt already, the end point of an angle is the vertex. The common end point is called the vertex of the angle. Yes. There are various types of angles based upon the distance between the 2 lines. Okay? So based upon how far apart the 2 lines are, we have to name the angle, because because what we do is we count the number of degrees. And here again, you can see lots of different types of angles. So we learn about them in the next few lessons. Number 1, right angles. Yes. Now what number can you see on the picture? 90, yes. And you see this symbol here. Do you know what this symbol means? Degrees. Okay? Right angles are always 90 degrees. Okay? So if you see a vertical line that meets a horizontal line, you know it's a right angle. And a right angle is always how many degrees? 90. Always 90. Never less, never more. Always 90 degrees for a right angle. A right angle is always exactly 90 degrees. Not 89, not 91. Has to be 90 degrees. 2 straight lines meeting like that, horizontally and vertically. Right angles are created when a vertical line, the line that goes up and down, and a horizontal line, the line that goes across, meet. Okay, so try to remember, if ever a vertical line meets a horizontal line, it's a right angle that's created, because that shape is always 90 degrees. But there are other types of angles. Acute angles. Now, what's the number you see in the picture now? What number can you see? 45. Is 45 more than 90 or less than 90? Less than. Well done. So remember, acute angles are always less than 90 degrees. Can be 1 degree up to 89 degrees. If it's less than 90 degrees, it's an acute angle. Okay? And you can see it's smaller than a right angle. An acute angle is always less than 90 degrees. It can be anything. It can be anything from 1 degree all the way up to 89 degrees. Anywhere between 1 and 89 is an acute angle. Acute angles can be different sizes, but always less than 90 degrees. Now you see in the picture, are all them angles the same? No. We've got one angle here. How many degrees? 62. Now, are all these numbers less than 90? Okay, so that's how we know they're all acute angles. Any angles that are less than 90 degrees are acute angles. But they can look different because one that has 12 degrees is very small. But look at the one that has 71 degrees, a lot bigger. The gap between the lines is a lot more. But they're all acute angles. Obtuse angles. Okay. So if acute angles were less than 90 degrees, what do we think about obtuse angles? What number can you see? Is 106 less than 90 or more than? Yes. So acute angles less than 90 degrees, obtuse angles more than 90 degrees. Okay? You can see here, this angle is how many? 106 degrees. More than 90, yes? So an obtuse angle. An obtuse angle is always more than 90 degrees and less than 180 degrees. Yes. So here, remember before, 90 degrees, what type of angle? Right angle. So anything more than 90 degrees, you see here, 120 degrees, obtuse angle. Okay? As long as it's between 91 and 179 degrees, it's an obtuse angle. Obtuse angles can be different sizes or always more than 90 degrees. The same as acute angles. Acute angles can be different and less than 90. Obtuse angles can be different but more than 90 degrees. What number can you see here? 116 degrees. Here. 105 here, yes. How about this one? And here? Are they all the same or are they different? All different, but they're all obtuse angles because they're more than 90 degrees and less than 180 degrees. Any questions, guys? Okay, brilliant. Well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation about some of the different types of angles they might meet and how to describe them and also draw their own angles based upon the amount of degrees or the distance between the lines. And what we've got coming up is a flashcards exercise for our students to demonstrate their understanding by drawing their own angles based upon the name on the flashcard. But before then, guys, time for our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And we can begin by doing some rotations. We'll go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Excellent, guys. Now we'll do some stretches. Let's do 5 to our right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 5 stretches to our left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Now have a shake, guys. Arms and legs, shake it out. And then we can take our right hand and find our left foot. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. And to finish, we will do 5 star jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. So now it's time for our flashcards exercise for our students to demonstrate their understanding of the 3 different types of angles we've learned today. But who can remember, guys, what were our 3 angles called that we learned about in the PowerPoint presentation? Who can remember the names? Right angle, correct. There was a right angle, which was spelled R-I-G-H-T. An angle, or angles, yes. Now, who can remember how many degrees does a right angle always have to be? A right angle, 90. A right angle must always be 90 degrees. And for example, if you look around you in the classroom, you will see the floor meets the wall. Always a right angle, where a horizontal line meets a vertical line. So right angles are 90 degrees. But there were two other types of angles. Any ideas? Anybody remember? Acute angles. Yes, acute angles. A-C-U-T-E, angle. Now, acute angles can be anywhere from 1 to 89 degrees, because acute angles are always less than 90 degrees. But what about the angles that are more than 90 degrees? Obtuse. O-B-T-U-S-E. Angles. N-G-E-S. And obtuse angles can be anywhere from 91 degrees to 179 degrees. So here we have our three types of angles. And teachers, what you need to do is print off the flash sheets and cut each of the angle names into individual cards. Fold them and place them into a bowl or tray. What we're going to do is have students come forward, choose one of the angles, and then demonstrate their understanding by drawing and designing their own angle on the board. Either acute angle, right angle, or obtuse angles. So let's see who can go first on the flashcard exercise. I know, Prau, come and join me at the front of class, please. Okay, so Prau gets first pick today. Can you choose a flashcard and show it to your friends, please? What type of angle, guys? Correct, right angle. So now I'll give Prau the blue pen, and Prau can design a right angle, knowing that it must always be 90 degrees. Perfect. 9, 0, and then the small circle to demonstrate the symbol for degrees. So how many degrees, guys? 90. And we have a right angle. Prau, brilliant. Right angles, always 90 degrees. High five and a big round of applause for Prau, please, guys. So teachers, you can see the activity we're doing in our classroom. You can pause the video and do the same activity with your own students in your own classroom. And print out as many flash sheets as you have students. And play on for the next 10 minutes, remembering to choose a different student for each flashcard. And we're going to carry on playing here. So time for our next student. And the next student I would like to call to the front is Down. So Down, come and join me at the front of class, please. Okay, so Down, choose a flashcard and show it to your friends. Now, what type of angle on Down's flashcard? Acute angle. Okay, so Down, you have to draw an acute angle, knowing an acute angle is less than 90 degrees, between 1 and 89 degrees. That's perfect. Okay, so now we have to guess. How many degrees do we think Down's angle is? Look at this one. Going straight up would be 90. So let's have a guess. What do we think?
45.
What do you think, Dan? 45, okay? Okay, so we can use 45 degrees. That's fine, because an acute angle is between 1 and 89 degrees. So how many degrees for Down's angle? 45 degrees. That's a correct acute angle. Down, that was brilliant. High five and a big round of applause for Down, please, guys. And now I'd like to call Chu to the front of class to choose your flashcard. Okay, Chu, so choose a flashcard and show it to your friends. What type of angle does Chu have? Obtuse angle. Okay, so now Chu has to design an angle that's larger than 90 degrees. So Chu, can we see an obtuse angle, please? Remember, it has to be bigger than 90 degrees, so a very large angle. And then what you need here is a line going up this way. You see, that's excellent, because look at the 90-degree angle. Is Chu's angle larger than 90 degrees? Yes, you can see the line comes further over. But how many degrees do we think Chu's angle is? Maybe a little less than 113. Okay, so draw your square here for your angle, Chu. And then 113. 1, 1, 3. Excellent. And then the little circle for the symbol for degrees. That's perfect. So how many degrees for Chu's obtuse angle? Yes, you can see an obtuse angle is more than 91 degrees, but less than 179. So Chu's obtuse angle is correct. Chu, that was brilliant. High five and a big round of applause for Chu, please, guys. And our next student will be Nadia. So Nadia, come and join me at the front, please. And choose your flashcards and show it to your friends. Okay, so what type of angle for Nadia? Acute angle. So Nadia, now we need another acute angle, less than 90 degrees. So down did one of 45 degrees. How big will Nadia's be? Okay, looks very similar, maybe a little bit bigger. So if we go a little bit bigger than 45 degrees, what would we say? 50. Yes, I think this one could be around 50 degrees. 5, 0. So how many degrees for Nadia's acute angle? 50 degrees. Nadia, that was brilliant. Well demonstrated. And a big round of applause for Nadia, guys. It's the turn of Pat. So Pat, come and join me at the front of class. Okay, and show the flashcard to your friends. Now, Pat's flashcard says obtuse angle. Okay, so Pat, similar to Chu, you need to draw an angle that's more than 90 degrees. Okay, so quite a large angle. Can you draw one for me? Chu's was 113 degrees. Pat's will be, I think again, a little bit bigger. So you can see Chu's is 113. If we come a little bit further out, what do we think? How many degrees? 100 and? Okay, so we've got 120 degrees. And then draw your little box here for the vertex. You see like this? And Pat, draw one for Chu too. Excellent. So you see, Pat has correctly designed an obtuse angle. That was excellent, Pat. High five. Big round of applause for Pat. It's time for our final student. So let's see who can go next. So next, I would like to choose Net to come and join me at the front of class, please. So Net, you get final pick. Can anyone guess what Net's angle will be? Right angle. Okay, Net. So your angle has to be exactly 90 degrees. It can't be more and it can't be less. A right angle is always 90. Okay. How many degrees? 90. Can you say 90, Net? Can you say 90? Okay. Excellent. High five and a big round of applause for Annette, please, guys. Okay, very well done. But you know, right angles, even though they're always 90 degrees, they don't have to be like this. You could do a vertical line and then a horizontal one. It's still 90 degrees. Or even go this way. The distance is still 90 degrees, so they can look different at times. But guys, that was brilliant. Very well done. And now it's time for our worksheet part of the lesson. So teachers, make sure every student in your class gets their own worksheet. And what our students need to do is demonstrate their understanding of the lesson by drawing and naming their own angles. The first box is for 3 right angles. So our students can draw 3 right angles and name and label them however they want. Then the second box is for acute angles. So remember acute angles, guys. And finally, the third box, obtuse angles. So give our students around 12 minutes for this activity and just monitor the class, help them with anything they need. And they can refer to the board's exercise too. But what's we have to do, guys? Names on top. So Annette, this one's for you. Pat Boom, you're welcome. Pat, you're welcome. Nadia, for you. You're welcome. Chu, here's yours. You're welcome. Down, this one's for you. You're welcome. Prau, for you. You're welcome. Lakau, for you. You're welcome. Bangpon, for you. You're welcome. So names on top, guys. And I want to say, in the first box, 3 right angles. So remember, your right angles always have to be 90 degrees. But they can look different as long as they're straight. Then, in your second box, 3 acute angles. As long as they're between 1 degree and 89 degrees. They can be very small, like 2 degrees, or they can be quite big, 89. That's an acute angle. And then the final box, obtuse, has to be more than 90 degrees. So like this, and between 180 degrees. So your obtuse angles need to be quite big. And then label them however you want. Okay, so now you can give your vertex a point. Remember your vertex and your lines like C, A, T, and then right angle, C, A, T. Or D, O, G. It can be a dog. It doesn't have to be cat. Yes. And then don't forget to label and name your points and lines. Remember your vertex point and your lines. And then the 3 references you use will be right angle, like C, A, T. So you need to name like we did in a previous lesson. Excellent, Pat. Boom. So remember, Chu, the right angles always 90 degrees. Never less. If it's less than 90, acute angle. Well done. And remember, guys, when you're doing your name, the vertex point is always the middle letter. So we can have C-A-T or T-A-C, up to you. But A has to be the middle. Okay, good. Right angle. No, a right angle always 90. So we need 3 right angles. And then this one, acute angle. So first box is right angles. Second box, acute angles. And the third box, obtuse angles. So this one's correct, Pat, that's a right angle, but this one, bigger, has to be 90 degrees for a right angle. Excellent, Net, well done. That's 3 right angles. Perfect, that's a right angle too, well done. Well done, Nadia, you see, straight. And then have another one like this, right angle. Perfect. And then this box, acute angles. So the acute angles are less. 1 to 89 degrees is acute. And the third box, 91 to 179 degrees, obtuse. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the worksheet exercise where they had to design their own angles based upon the names, right angle, acute angle, and obtuse angle, and then demonstrate their understanding by writing the amount of degrees involved and naming them correctly using the vertex and lines. My students here all did a brilliant job, so very well done, guys. And that's all we've got time for today's lesson. So we hope you've enjoyed it and now understand about 3 different types of angles, which are, one more time, guys, acute angles, right angles, and obtuse angles. And we'll see you again soon for the next lesson. So can we turn to wave and say goodbye? Goodbye. Bye-bye. See you again soon.